The mark of the chosen. The energy that defines us. The question that moves souls. What is the mark of the chosen? This seemingly simple question carries within it profound spiritual implications that transcend physical understanding and touch the core of our energetic existence. When we discuss this topic with entities from the spiritual realm, we receive answers that challenge our traditional conceptions and invite us to look beyond the visible. The mark of the chosen is not a physical sign, not a line on the palm of the hand, nor a scar visible to the human eye. It exists, yes, but on a plane that goes beyond matter, in the energetic field that surrounds us and is visible to spiritual eyes. What is the mark really? The mark of the chosen is, in fact, a spiritual mark, an energetic record that forms throughout our incarnate journey. It is like a vibrational passport that we carry with us, visible to the inhabitants of the spiritual realm, both of light and shadow. This mark is not imposed, inherited, or granted by prior choice. It is constructed, day after day, through our actions, thoughts, intentions, and choices. Every decision we make, every attitude we adopt, every word we speak, leaves an impression on the energetic field that surrounds us. It is important to understand that everyone possesses this mark. There are no chosen beings in the sense of beings preselected before birth. There are, rather, souls who consciously choose to walk toward the light, while others turn away from it. The mark is the result of this continuous choice. The science of the invisible, flying rivers. To better understand this concept, we can use a fascinating scientific analogy. Flying rivers. Science has already proven that there are invisible currents of moisture that circulate in the atmosphere, carrying water in the form of vapor. These flying rivers are fundamental to the planet's climate balance, just as these rivers are invisible to our eyes, but real and measurable. There are energetic currents that circulate in our auric field, equally invisible, but equally real. The difference is that, while flying rivers transport water, our energetic currents transport emotions, intentions, choices, and spiritual consequences. This analogy is powerful because it shows how the invisible can have a profound impact on the visible. When flying rivers slow their flow, entire regions experience drought. Likewise, when our energetic flow becomes unbalanced, we can develop physical, emotional, and spiritual problems. The vision of the spiritual plane. The auric field. From a spiritual perspective, we are all immersed in an ocean of energy that we often don't perceive. It's as if we were in the sea, but we can't see the water surrounding us. Spirits, with their microscopic and macroscopic vision, can perceive this energy field with impressive clarity. The auric field is like a mirror of our soul. It records all our experiences, choices, learnings, and challenges. It is a subtle extension of our physical body, vibrating at frequencies that reflect our current spiritual state. Discarnate spirits, whether light or shadow, can read this field as if it were an open book. They perceive not only who we are, but also who we choose to be at each moment. This reading is instantaneous and precise, allowing spiritual entities to immediately identify our vibrational affinity. The colors of the brand, light and shadow. One of the most fascinating ways to understand the spiritual brand is through the colors it presents in the auric field. Just as an artist uses different hues to create a work, our soul paints its mark with the colors of our choices, the colors of light. When a person consciously chooses to walk toward the light, their mark begins to manifest in vibrant hues. Red. In the first years of life, the mark appears red, representing raw vital energy, the life force, and connection with instinct. Yellow. As the child grows and begins to develop intellect, the mark takes on yellowish hues, symbolizing curiosity, the search for knowledge, and mental expansion. Green. When a person develops empathy, love for others, and emotional balance, the mark turns green, representing healing, compassion, and harmony. Blue. A blue mark indicates sincere communication, the expression of inner truth, and a connection with higher wisdom. Lilac. Lilac hues appear when there is a strong connection with the divine, heightened intuition, and attunement to higher planes of consciousness. The colors of the shadow. When someone chooses to walk the densest paths, their mark becomes tinged with heavier tones. Gray. The predominant color of the shadow mark. It represents energetic blockages, choices based on fear, deep sadness, and difficulty connecting with the light. Black. In more extreme cases, black spots may appear, indicating dense energies, revenge, hatred, or accumulated resentment. Brown represents material attachment, envy, and greed. It is important to emphasize that these colors are not permanent. The soul is dynamic, and its choices can completely transform a person's energetic palette. Many who carried dense marks have managed conscious choices and inner work to transform their energies and develop luminous marks. The mark as a result of choices. The spiritual mark is, above all, a record of the choices we make. Every decision, no matter how small, contributes to the formation of this energetic identity we carry within us. When a child is born, they bring with them an energetic channel that allows them to incorporate the energies necessary for their incarnate journey. In the early years of life, this mark begins to form according to how the child processes and integrates their experiences. A child who grows up in a loving environment, with opportunities to develop empathy and compassion, naturally begins to develop brighter tones in their mark. A child who faces trauma, abandonment, or violence may initially develop darker tones, but here's the crucial point. The mark is not definitive. In every moment, we have the opportunity to choose again. We can choose to heal our wounds, forgive our offenders, love unconditionally, and walk toward the light. And each of these choices rewrites our mark. Spiritual interventions, mentors and obsessors. The spiritual mark not only defines who we are, but also attracts those who accompany us on our journey. Spirits, both light and shadow, can immediately identify our vibrational affinity through this mark. The mentors of light. Spiritual mentors are evolved entities who choose to accompany us on our incarnate journey. They are attracted to luminous marks and seek to assist those who demonstrate a willingness to grow spiritually. When a mentor identifies someone with a luminous mark, they feel compelled to offer help, guidance, and protection. Often, this intervention occurs subtly, an intuition that strikes at the right moment. A person who appears unexpectedly, an opportunity that presents itself miraculously. The obsessors of the shadow. Similarly, disembodied spirits who still carry dense burdens are attracted to marks that resonate with their own negative energies. They identify people whose mark has gray or dark undertones and seek to establish connections that are often harmful. This is not a matter of arbitrary choice, but of the natural law of vibrational affinity. Energy attracts like energy. Therefore, when someone is going through a difficult period and their mark darkens, it can attract negative spiritual influences. The responsibility of conscious choice. Understanding the existence of the spiritual mark places us before a great responsibility, that of consciously choosing our path. We are not victims of fate, nor puppets controlled by external forces. We are co-creators of our spiritual reality. Each day offers countless opportunities to choose between light and shadow. We can choose to forgive or hold resentment. We can choose to love or judge. We can choose to help or ignore. We can choose to grow or stagnate. Each of these choices paints our mark with a different color, and the beauty of this awareness is that it is never too late to start over, to choose again, to transform our mark. The possible transformation. The story of the spiritual mark is not a sentence, but an invitation to transformation. Many people who carried dense marks have managed, through inner work, energy therapy, prayer, meditation, and conscious choices, to completely transform their energy. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but is an ongoing process of alignment with higher principles. With each choice for the light, the mark transforms. With each act of love, it illuminates. With each moment of forgiveness, it purifies. Architects of our own light. The mark of the chosen is not a privilege granted to a few, but a possibility offered to all. Each of us carries within us the potential to develop a luminous, vibrant mark, full of colors that reflect love, wisdom, and compassion. The mark you carry today is a result of your past, but the mark you will build tomorrow depends on the choices you make now. Look at yourself with compassion, acknowledge your shadows, and walk toward the light. You are the architect of your own evolution. Remember, there are no born chosen. We are all candidates for the light. The difference lies in who chooses to walk toward it. And this choice can be made at any time, under any circumstances, by anyone willing to transform their brand and, with it, their life. The mark of the chosen is in you. It's in your choice. It's in your light. For those of you who've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, and leave a comment. And, if you'd like to receive remote healing energy, leave your full name in the comments.